While we are enjoying a lot of that tranquil weather here in the mid-state, much of the country is drenched in epic flooding, stranding drivers and swamping homes from the Carolinas to the New England coast. As Marley Hall shows us, more than 12 inches of rain in just a few hours caused gridlock in New York.
A fire truck maneuvered around dozens of stranded cars in Suffolk County Wednesday morning. Flash floods dumped as much as 5 inches of rain in 1 hour on parts of Long Island. Pat Dalton took pictures on his cell phone of the flooded out Southern State Parkway.
The water just got so deep, cars just started to float, so everyone tried to pull to the side. That was it. Then they had to come rescue us.
Some drivers stayed inside their cars for hours before abandoning them on the flooded out Northern Parkway.
I'm not going to get out of my car until it's, really serious. And then the car started moving and it came up, it started coming up in the car. And then so I ended up going out of my sunroof.
The flood snarled traffic during the morning commute outside New York City. Drivers who hadn't hit the roads yet were told to stay home. Crews used pumps to try to get the water levels on the highways to go down, while rescued drivers waited it out at a nearby fire department.
Hopefully we can get back to our cars soon and get back off the parkway.
The wet weather is part of the same system that caused severe thunderstorms near Raleigh, North Carolina, and dumped more than 6 inches of rain in Baltimore on Tuesday. It's the second highest rainfall total in that city's history. Marley Hall, CBS News, New York.
And back here this morning, investigators are trying to figure out why a Franklin man went on a destructive rampage, trashing an elementary school. Police say 22-year-old Aaron Rodden broke into Westview Elementary School in Chattanooga yesterday morning, busting out windows and lights, breaking down doors, tossing desks and supplies all over the place. Rodden is charged with burglary, 2 counts of aggravated assault on a police officer, and vandalism over $60,000. Right now, he's in the hospital under armed guard. Another night of violence in a small town near St. Louis. Missouri's governor says last night's shooting of an unarmed black teen feels like, quote, an old wound torn fresh. This comes just days after an 18-year-old was shot and killed by an officer, causing protests, looting, and outrage from residents. Witnesses claim the officer, who is white, fired several shots after the boy had kneeled on the ground with his arms raised in the air. The investigation into that deadly dirt track racing accident involving NASCAR driver Tony Stewart will take another 2 weeks. That's according to detectives working the case. Stewart hit and killed 20-year-old Kevin Ward after Ward got out of his car to confront Stewart on the track. As of now, the sheriff says there's no evidence to support criminal charges. Well, she was one of the biggest stars of Hollywood's golden era.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
Lauren Bacall has died. She became a sought-after actress instantly after starring in her first film with Humphrey Bogart, To Have and Have Not. She was just 19 at the time. Bogart was 45. The pair later married and stayed together until Bogart's death in 1957. She won Tony Awards for her Broadway performances in Applause and Woman of the Year. She also received an Academy Award nomination for The Mirror Has Two Faces. Lauren Bacall was 89 years old. Well, here at home, longtime Williamson County educator Eugene Wade has died. Mr. Wade worked for Williamson County Schools for 50 years and never called in sick one day. We last visited with him in 2012 before he retired. Wade started out as a business teacher at Natchez High School and helped integrate the school system. Wade died after a long battle with cancer. He was 71 years old. What a very fine legacy he leaves behind. Well,